Welcome to Album of the Week, episode 40, July 2023. For those of you new to this channel, here at Screen Blast Repeat, we bring you all things extreme metal, prog, and dark alternative. You can read our daily reviews at www.screenblastrepeat.com. As a reminder, our definition of Album of the Week means our favourite record from a short list of 8. Today, we review the 6th full-length album from English thrashers Evile. Their new LP is called The Unknown, and they released it via Napalm Records on the 14th of July, 2023. We will always be grateful to Evile for ushering a new wave of thrash metal with their 2007 debut, Enter the Grave. For a while, the Huddersfield Quartet carried the weight of the genre on their shoulders and gave confidence to every metal band out there to dust down their Metallica and Slayer records and return to the thrill of a movement that lost its way in the 1990s. The years after were not as kind to them. 2009's Infected Nation saw them lose their bass player Mike Alexander to a pulmonary embolism on tour in Sweden. Lead guitarist Ol Drake left before the band started writing 2013's Skull album. Frontman and rhythm guitarist Matt Drake then departed at some point in the next 7 years, before Ol Drake returned and took over the vocal and songwriting duties from his brother for 2021's Hell Unleashed. You could be forgiven for thinking that Evile's presence in the contemporary metal scene relied on goodwill and sentimental respect from those that remembered better days. Until now. Ol Drake revealed that the writing process for The Unknown started before Hell Unleashed saw the light of day on Napalm Records in 2021. That was a competent piece of thrash metal with more than a passing resemblance to Sepultura's Arise LP, but this time he has the Black Album in his sights. Evile have never sounded as confident or as mature as they do on the opening title track, where mystical guitar phrasing and monotone chant vocals guide the band through a marvellous stop-start piece of chunky groove metal. Clearly, Ol sought out the services of a vocal coach in preparation for this record. How else do you explain the powerful resonance of his husky voice? Yes, you can hear Hetfield in the transparent nod to Sad But True on follow-up The Mask We Wear. But this is nothing like previous Evile records. Listen to the finesse and crunch of the main riff. Major labels used to throw money at music like this in the days of physical unit sales. We can thank Metallica, but how many bands would even dare to emulate the biggest selling metal album of all time? Of course, there are a few moments here where the structure of this record imitates the Black Album, including the one ballad of the LP to sound like Unforgiven merged with Nothing Else Matters in 6/8 timing would be unforgivable if the words and guitar passages were not so poignant. Evile used to write songs about Rambo, the thrill of the mosh pit, and even John Carpenter's isolated military-civilian contractors in The Thing. Now they deal with personal grievance, morbid paranoia, the indignity of Alzheimer's, and the tragedy of body dysmorphia. Now the sorrow takes me. Will tomorrow save me from the day buried in my mind? How can I journey on when no road lies ahead? Sings Ol Drake on When Mortal Coils Shed. Listen how At Mirror's speech collects the once-in-a-lifetime guitar riffs that most Axemen would kill to emulate. Evile plays 3 of them in one song. Here, Ben Carter's double-kick footwork is cleaner and sharper than a commando knife. By moving away from the incessant double-timing drums and Exodus riffing, Evile open themselves up to wider scrutiny on The Unknown. You can now spy the outlines of their song structures as if analysing Countdown to Extinction or Euthanasia. It takes a confident vocalist to rouse you to action in a slow, palm-muted stride like Monolith. Is Ol Drake bidding for the support slot on Metallica's 72 Seasons World Tour, or looking for a joint headlining show with Crowbar? Reap What You Sow deserves a colossal, rocking Rio audience to admire the girth of the guitar work. You might wonder how much of the band that once wrote Blood on the Stage, 1,000 Rage, A Thrasher's Soul on Fire, Chaos Spread Across the Floor, Bang Your Head, Make It Soar, still exists as a musical entity. Drummer Ben Carter is the only member to have appeared on all 6 records to date, and he must be the one behind the inclusion of the faster stomp at track 5 and 6, where we go from the prime of 1991 back to Master of Puppets. Guitar rhythms penetrate your brain like precision blade power tools, skank beats thunder under the drumsticks. Overkill fans will raise the devil's horn for these two numbers and enjoy the adrenaline rush of closing track Balance of Time. Not one riff falls into insignificance on this song or anywhere on this record. Have you heard anything as heavy as the quasi-breakdown in the final act of At Mirror's speech? Evile are clear in their purpose on the unknown, and it matters not one bit that they intend to write their own version of the Black Album at this stage of their career. Though some of the homage is too obvious, there's no denying that Old Drake and the boys have made themselves relevant once again in the contemporary metal scene. So, after playing air guitar to this album for the last week, we award it an 8 out of 10. If you like this album, we recommend you check out the following records: Metallica's legendary 1991 self-titled Black Album, Jungle Rot's A Call to Arms album from last year, and Negative Zone by French groove metalers Heart Attack, also released last year. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, and, more importantly, please visit our website at www.screamblastrepeat.com for the latest album and EP reviews from established, up-and-coming, and unsigned artists in the worlds of extreme metal, prog, and dark alternative.